Sav's journey. So, Sav, when you first reached out to me, like, why did you join Core Fitness?
I think it was more about the community aspects of what you built around that time. I don't think a lot of coaches have that sort of community group where people are pushing each other, and also just being involved in other sort of community aspects of not just the gym.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Mindset, the growth. It was also just coming around with like the other social aspects. I know you just started with your football, paddle, so I know all of that sort of stuff has grown over the last few years for yourself.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like, we have a sports club you guys must have seen back at home, but yeah, bro, like, your elevation has been crazy. But what have you actually achieved at Core Fitness, and what have you learnt from me? I'll pass you the mic.
Yeah. I mean, there's a few things that I could say. It's especially about having a good structure when it comes to your workouts, and also just having a good routine. Without any sort of routine, you're not going to achieve anything. And it's not even just about, you need to eat this, that. It's not a bodybuilding sort of routine. It's just about what fits your lifestyle, and I think that's really important because you kind of adapt to that individual's lifestyle. You're not sort of going to ChatGPT and all of that sort of stuff. You're literally listening to that human being. And what I liked about yourself was you would listen and actually take into the fact of that, I like this, I don't like this, so can we find room for something? Do you know what I mean? It's always having that balance as well.
No, I agree. I mean, with Sav, when he first came on board, I remember his routine was all over the gaff, to be honest with you. You work on a job, it's so easy to like lose yourself, But with Sav, when he first came on board, obviously we went through an initial recomp phase to drop off body fat, add muscle, and yeah, we definitely smashed out of the park. But with the actual coaching in itself, what would you say is the most game-changing thing for you from like nutrition, training, or mindset? What was like the most, okay, this is the most game-changing thing?
Yeah, I think it was having the balance between, understanding what you're really hot on your gut health, and understanding your own body type. I think that was really what was quite key for me in terms of what to eat, what suits my body, not what suits someone else's body. And I think it's really important to know that, what you put in your body is going to be so different to the next person. So I think you factored in that. So it kind of helped me sort of progress in the way that my body needed to progress.
Yeah.
And you adapted the workouts to the diet as well. It's quite hard to understand that, but I feel like once you're in the program, it makes sense. But when it came to the workouts, I absolutely loved it. Like, you're really hot on, 2 steps of just absolute failure or just hitting a certain rep range, and it works. It does work. You don't need to be in there for about an hour and a half. You can get your workout in within 45 minutes to an hour. And I think as long as you've got the concentrations and the mindset that you need to sort of push yourself, you will.
I think when you first came to me as well, like, your thoughts were like, I need to spend hours in the gym to achieve a result. I remember when you first came to me, like, the biggest thing with Sav, right, was the routine. It was a bit off in terms of the food, but mainly his training. Like, this guy would train hard. You can train hard, bro, but he's just not doing the right things, hitting the right muscle groups. We actually got you training legs for the first time. Yeah. And that really, really made a difference. And it's not spending an hour and a half in the gym. All you need is a 45-minute workout. But why did you pick me? Like, there's so many coaches out there. You could have picked someone else. But why did you pick me? Why did I stand out to you? Would you say it's like mainly because I'm South Asian, or like did that kind of appeal to you as well? Give me an insight.
Yeah. To answer about the sort of South Asian sort of aspect, I mean, there's not a lot of South Asian coaches out there.
Yeah.
That's not a bad thing, nor if that's a good thing. I can't really answer that for yourself, but I think we just connected as mates, and it kind of just grew from there. 100%. And I think a lot of coaches nowadays do talk a lot of BS, and it's just the same sort of scripts, whereas you kind of it's not a tailored approach. You're just talking to that human being as a human being. So I think that's one of the things that really appealed to me more than anything else.
Awesome.
With my time with yourself.
Nah, like I said, like even Sav, like Sav messaged me, he was in Bangkok, and look, we're here now, smashed it all football and got some good food. So that's what I mean with my clients. Like, we always have a friendship. It's not like it's a coach and client communication, of course, but we're always friends at the end of the day. But yeah, Sav, like, even reflecting on your journey, like, you've come a long way, especially with how you are right now. Like bro's been in India for the last 2 weeks, and he's like, oh shit, I missed the gym. Like, you wouldn't say that back in the day, would you?
No,
you wouldn't.
No, honestly, back in the days I'd be like, yeah, cool, I don't really need to go to the gym, but it was so nice getting a workout in Bangkok. It was just nice seeing Dills. It's quite refreshing. It was just nice going to a new environment. Do you know what I mean? It was just, what did we do? Full body workout, didn't we?
Yeah. Workout today.
Mate, this geezer pushed me to the bone. So I was just, you know, being 2 weeks off, you kind of just forget how to do anything. But, you know, I don't think I lost a step either way. Do you know what I mean?
That's what I mean. Like, what's also very, very powerful. So just so you guys know, Sav is not currently on the program. He was on the program about a year or something ago, and it's the fundamentals. Like, he carries this in his day-to-day life. The thing is, he knows how to train. Like, even after we spent like a good 8-9 months with me. Even after like 8-9 months, he's now continued to do it by himself. And do you think that's been like game changing for you?
Yeah, I would say so. It's not. Again, what Dills sort of teaches you, as you mentioned, I'm not with Dills at the moment. But when I was with Dills, it was very much about routine, structure. It's just about taking aspects of what he's saying on board. I don't know if I'm answering the question correctly, but I think, you know, I keep mentioning the word structure and routine and stuff, and I think clearly that's my takeaway from all of this, wasn't it? Just 100%. Having a structure, having a routine. You know, you can have your fun, but also, you know, if you got a goal, you kind of have to knuckle down a little bit and do what you need to do and eat right, eat clean. But also, if you're going to have a cheeky Nando's here and there, you can do that. But you kind of need to work. You need to work towards that goal.
Of course. I mean, a lot of people think, oh, it's so unsustainable, but you have to enjoy your life and enjoy the process.
Yeah.
That is definitely the most important thing. But, okay, say if my name was flipping Leo, for example, right? And I'm on the fence of joining. What would you say to Leo in particular? And yeah, what would you say to him?
I think one thing is for sure is when people. I think loads of people are quite skeptical about going to a PT because they think they're going to get the same sort of copy and paste diets and the workout routines and the scripts and the weekly check-ins and stuff. I know all that comes in with a PT, but you know, be open-minded when you're speaking to Dills, because he's not going to talk to you like a normal PT. He's going to just talk to you as a friend, and I think it's quite important. I don't know, people are different, but he's going to talk to you like a human being, and I think that's what's going to set you apart. Do you know what I mean? And he will listen. He's going to give you an honest feedback. He's going to give you advice. The thing is that the only person that can help yourself is yourself, and if you take on his advice, I'm sure you'll get to your goal quicker.
Legendary. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate that. But yeah, like, boys, like, just so you understand, it's a journey, and like, you're gonna have ups and downs. I mean, there's times where Sav's been down in the gutter, and there's times where he's thriving. But a lot of people think a fitness journey is a quick sprint to the finish line. No, it takes time. You need to have weeks where you're up and down, up and down. But no, Sav's genuinely like leveled up in the program, and I'm so proud of him because, like, he's consistently, like, not only does it change like your actual physical process, but your mindset as well, like walking towards fear. Like even Sav coming into Thailand, I remember seeing him in the gym back in the UK, and then he was like, I want to make it to Thailand, and I was like, yeah, see you soon. And now he's here. Like, we're here right now.
We're all here, and we've got a beautiful view behind us.
Yeah, exactly, bro, exactly. And this is what I mean, like, when you genuinely change your life in the gym, it just has a domino effect on absolutely everything else in your life. More confidence, more able to do X, Y, and Z. But bro, I just want to say I'm fucking proud of you.
Good, brother. Appreciate
and
that.
We've definitely got obviously a long way to go for sure. But like, guys, before we even jumped on this interview, right? The Sav was like, oh, the routine side of things, like, oh, how should I stay on track whilst traveling? Little tip for you guys: nail your protein, get your hydration in, and like Sav's watch his potential is kind of crazy. So yeah, keep an eye out on him, man. Keep an eye out on him, especially on TikTok. And I did try to push him to post some content, but
you might see a cheeky little TikTok here and there. Do you know what I mean? While I'm traveling, so if you are going to follow Sav.Sharma TikTok,
that's it. You know,
Instagram's the same handle. But yeah, no, I appreciate you, Dills. I appreciate you looking after me while I'm being there.
Bro, always. Like, guys, just to wrap things up, just some Sav's journey. Like, Sav, we actually had a conversation about this in the gym. You have to be open to self-reflection, and to be honest with you, a lot of, obviously me and you are both Indian, and we grew up like Indian. People, like, I feel like our culture, people think they know it all.
Yeah.
And that's the unfortunate truth. The bars will tell you, oh, don't do this, like, you know what I'm saying? But you have to be self-reflective. What me and Sav was also really into is journaling, and that gives you opportunity to self-reflect. And if you're not currently happy with the situation you are in right now, like, this is a reminder to just sit there, reflect, and do it. I mean, even Sav, like, obviously, like I said, I still have good communication with Sav, even though he's not on my program anymore. But he said to me, Dills, I want to come to Thailand. I want to push myself out of the comfort zone. And he's been journaling, he's been self-reflective, and he's fucking taken that jump. And now look, obviously cool, it was scary at the start, but he's got me here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think anyone who's gonna, you know, if something scares you, do it. I'm literally doing it as we speak. Coming to a whole new country, doing it by myself, and obviously it's nice seeing friends and seeing deals, you know, here and there. But you know, at the end of the day, if something scares you, I think you should go ahead and do it. And I think this is what. It was a random conversation we came across, wasn't it? Talking about fear and journaling and stuff like this. I feel like you won't realise that you're dealing with stuff until you write things down. So if anyone is dealing with anything, start writing,
100%.
Start journaling, and just honestly, it helps so much. You know, being on the program doesn't mean it's just about the gym. It's about the mindset. It's about your emotional well-being. It's about growth at the end of the day, and take that into factor, because I don't think a lot of PTs do. And once you do, you'll realise that there's things that you can deal with yourself, but you need to do the work yourself. And I think that's probably my last message, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, bro, that was powerful. We're getting deep now. We should have our own podcast one day.
Yeah,
One day. Sav and Dills spitting bars.